Season 5, Episode 3 is called Special Delivery, and the beautiful Paris is being woken up by a bad dream. Or is it a bad dream? She is sweating, a lot going on, and these blue Ecuadorian roses seems to be haunting her for some reason. She is waking up, and we need to find out exactly what's going on with these blue Ecuadorian roses. So let's go back to the dream. Or was it a dream? She's on the phone. And who is she talking to? We don't know. Seems like she's in Europe at this time. She's somewhere in London, it seems, but she's talking to this guy right here. We know him as Christian Keys, but he's playing this guy named Niles. And he's on the phone and he's talking about doing a job and having her come on the job so she can get half the commission. And she's like, no, I have to help this lady. I have to keep my promise with this shop. And he's like, hey, listen, you're about to get €500,000 and you don't need all of that. And she's like, no, I made a promise. He's like, well, I have a surprise for you. And he looks like he's about to propose to Paris, but she doesn't know it. So he's like, hey, listen, I'm going to wait for you. I'll be up here and everything else like that. She's like, oh, just wait for me. I'll be there. Right. So she looks at this envelope, pulls out a piece of paper, puts it back in, and then she takes out this device and she looks real sad and she presses a button. It looks like a trigger. That's right. And the apartment that Niles is in blows up into flames. She seems very sad. People are running around and she looks like she blew up the apartment where this guy was in. And then she leaves with the blue Ecuadorian rose laying on the table. Of course, Rio finds out that she does get roses. He's at breakfast. He's not normally at breakfast. He wakes up at noon and he spills the beans that Paris got roses. Of course, the whole family is there. And of course, Dad, L.C. Duncan, is like, well, who sent you these roses? And everybody wants to know what's going on. But she gets upset at Rio, of course, and says, well, why don't you ask Rio? Because Rio knows all about it. He wants to spill the beans, right? Rio's being a little messy right now, but everybody wants to know what's going on with these roses and trying to find out and getting all up in Paris's business. You know how the family does. So Paris finally sits down with Rio and explains to Rio that, yeah, she met this guy and they were in Europe together and he didn't know that she was a hit woman, right? But she found out that Niles was a hitman. Now, again, they went on jobs together and everything else like that. And she was reminiscing and telling Rio what was going on with Niles, how good looking he is. And they were really falling in love, it seemed, as they were going on jobs together, getting paid together and everything else like that. But something crazy happened one night where she was looking at the next assignment and she found out that the next assignment was a hit out on Papa L.C. Duncan. Of course, that's her dad. She is surprised. She's like, man, this is crazy. She doesn't say anything to him, but she looks very shocked as they're probably having a nightcap and you're about to do what they do. But he comes in and she doesn't say anything to him, right? That she knows who the next hit is and it's her father. So she just plays along with it. Niles is drinking or whatever, and they go about their business. Then they show a clip where both of them are about to make a hit. And he doesn't really know for sure. This is the first time they're going out on an assignment. And she shows and proves that she's more than capable of taking people out. Of course, this probably turns Niles on, definitely turns her on. And yeah, she takes out these two guys. And he's like, you didn't wait for the signal. So absolutely, he's finding out way more about Paris as we go back in time a little bit. And as she explains to Rio, they definitely had a strong connection. And because they're both hit people, right? They both take people out. So here we go with Paris, and she goes to the basketball court with the blue Ecuadorian rose, and she sits down with your boy Curtis. Now, we know that Curtis is the top-notch bounty hunter. So she expresses that she has major concerns because she received these blue Ecuadorian roses, but she thinks it's from a person that she used to connect with, but he's supposed to be gone. He's supposed to be unalive. So Curtis is asking questions, and of course he's down to look into it, to find out what's going on, to see if this guy is still alive. So he goes about his business. He's going to fly out to Europe in the morning, and yes, we're going to find out if this guy Niles is still alive. Well, let me know what you think. Drop your comments below. It's your boy VACAY. Till next time, salute.